Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke and this day in history. So, our dad joke for Tuesday, the 6th of January. Want to hear a joke about a piece of paper? Never mind, it's terrible. All right. And, whoops, I'm making a mess. All right. This day in history for January 6th, 1994. Figure skater Nancy Kerrigan is attacked. I remember that. On January 6, 1994, figure skater Nancy Kerrigan was attacked after a practice session at Cobo Arena in Detroit, one day before the U.S. Figure Skating Championships and 1 month before the Winter Olympics in Lillehammer, Norway, for which Kerrigan was a gold medal favorite. As Kerrigan was leaving the ice, an unidentified man struck her on the right knee with a collapsible metal baton. After assailant made his escape, Kerrigan's father lifted and carried her, sobbing, to the locker room. She was taken to the hospital for x-rays and released with a cut, bruises, and swelling. A police investigation led to Jeff Gillooly, the former husband of Kerrigan's biggest rival, Tanya Harding. Gillooly eventually took a plea bargain, and Harding pleaded guilty in March 1994 to conspiring to hinder prosecution of the case. Put on 3 years probation, she was fined $160,000 in order to perform 500 hours of community service. She was later stripped of her 1994 U.S. Figure Skating Championship title and barred for life from amateur skating competitions in the United States. All right, I remember that. Okay. And I would like to thank the following people for starting a new month of membership. Thank you to Abigail, Kuljit Gandhi, Osis Sage, Commuter Mike, and Ta8888. Thank you very much. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We have party, boat, quarters, quads, clear, balloon, flush, stuffed, rich, pack, pad, deep, flat, full, straight, and digs. The last word here, digs, that's slang for where you live. Like, here's my digs, right? So quarters could mean the same thing. My quarters is where you live. Are there 2 more I live here's? Your flat? Is the UK way of saying apartment? Quad, stuffed, deep, straight, full, pack. I'm not sure. You could live on a boat, I guess. This is, I'm going to put this in my pocket here. I'm not sure if that's right or not. All right. What else do we have here? Party. What are we doing with party? Party feels like fodder for a fill in the blank. Like, you can do a lot of party blanks. Like, there's party balloons, for example. I wonder why that's on my mind. 'Cause there's a balloon right there. Party animal, party blah, 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 right? So it's hard to think about that. It doesn't have to be, but again, like the context here is the meaning of party. I can't think what would go with that. There's 2 meanings I can think of party. There's a party where, like, hey, it's like a birthday party, right? You could also do blank party, by the way, like birthday party. There's that kind of party, a get together, but there's also a party like a political party. But you can also be a party to something. You can be a part of it. Maybe a pack, like a group, a party, a pack. Oh, pad. Pad is the other one. So pad, flat, digs, and quarters. This is where you live. Let's actually try that. Apartment. Okay. Yeah, slang for apartment. Really, quarters can be slang for apartment. I don't know about that one actually. Clear. I know quarters in the military you're assigned quarters. But I don't know if that's an apartment. Is it? Maybe. All right. We have clear, we have rich. We still have pack and party. I mean, there's full house and flush and straight. But it's not just full, it's full house. But park poker hands. I wonder if that's like a rainbow herring-ish type thing going on here. Quads? I don't know. Quads are a muscle. quadriceps. Straight, deep, stuffed. Stuffed like you couldn't eat anymore? Or stuffed like a stuffed animal? Oh, you know what? I think it is blank animal. I think I said party animal earlier, didn't I? It was one of many things I listed. I wasn't really paying attention. But we've got balloon animal, stuffed animal, and party animal. So what's our other blank animal? Pack animal. There we go. Pack animal. I think I almost gave the example of a pack for a group by being a group as pack animal. I think maybe like I was going to say pack of wolves or something. But anyway. Got it. Got purple. All right. We have two left. One's green, one's blue. Which means we still have the chance that we could have synonyms. We still have the poker terminologies. It's weird though. I wonder if this is like a different game, like bridge or something, like a card game I'm not familiar with. That would leave rich, boat, clear, and deep. I don't know what that would be. Rich, boat, clear, and deep. Do I use a mistake just to check these for? Because I don't know what these would be. I guess at this point I probably should. I'll just check this. No, that's one away. Ooh. Flush, full, quads, and straight is one away, meaning that one of them doesn't belong. Which means rich, boat, clear, and deep is one away. Deep end. I mean, it's not going to be another fill in the blank, I don't think. Usually they don't do more than one fill in the blank. Usually if it's purple, only purple doing it. They can do they can do quasi fill in the blanks for blue. It's kind of weird how they phrase it, but I don't quite get this. Full, flush, straight, quads. I'm thinking that it's not quads. I think. And then we just need another thing that could refer to some kind of pokerish hand. I don't know if that would be clear or rich. Probably not boat or deep. So why don't I just try these three with clear and just see what happens. That wasn't one away. Okay, so quads belongs. One of these doesn't, and clear doesn't. Another way to put that is we need to split this half and half. Clear, flush, full, straight. Rich, deep. Maybe full doesn't belong. Like I was thinking full house, but I don't know. I'm starting to think, but like I'm thinking actually the opposite, this category. I don't quite get it, but they're all kind of descriptors. Like that's deep man or like a deep association or like we have a full life, a rich life. So I'm going to try this. Yeah, that was it. Sonorous. I have to look up that what that word means. And is this something to do with cards or am I just completely off? They are poker hands. I have not heard of I've heard of straight and flush. I'm assuming quads is four of a kind. I don't know what boat is. I played a decent amount of poker and I've not heard of what boat is. So I'm going to look up both of those things right now. So first we're going to look up sonorous. Of a person's voice or other sound, impressively deep and full. Oh, so we're talking about someone's voice. They have a clear voice, a deep voice, a full voice, a rich voice. That's kind of the vibe I was getting. I was saying life, which was wrong, but like we're describing something in a positive way was the way that I thought of that category. Now, boat, poker hand boat. Slang for full house. I don't know if I've ever heard that before. So full did not belong in there. Instead, boat did for the full house. All right. That's nasty. Difficulty. This felt a little difficult. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5. And I think we have a 60% solve rate. Let's see. Poker with bare hands. All right. 2 out of 5 is what they gave it. I think that's a bit low. Holy moly, 35%. That is the lowest I've seen in a while. Exceptionally tricky. All right, I made 2 mistakes. Wow, my order is 1 in 4,292. That's extremely common considering the mistakes I made. All right. Yeah, no one's getting sonorous first. People are getting mostly yellow first, a little bit of purple and blue. Second really evens out by a lot. Know that this is the people who won though, which is only 35% of people. Most people just got nothing or yellow, is what that looks like to me. Yeah, 36% of people got only yellow, 14% got nothing, and then we've got a spattering of yellow plus one other category. All right. Flush, stuffed, rich, full, abundant. Yeah, that's another one. That's definitely reasonable. That's kind of the life thing that I was talking about, but I wasn't. I was pretty confident there was something poker going on there. Poker hands putting full in for full house for poker hands. Yep, that's what I did. That's why it's more poker stuff. Flush, rich, deep, full. Yeah, putting flush in with green is completely reasonable. Putting stuffed in with green is completely reasonable. Yeah, I think a lot of people have the same vibes as me. What are people locking in first? Half the people locked in yellow first, and then we've got flush, stuffed, rich, full. We got the purple 4%, and then we've got a bunch of one-aways. Yeah, this was a nasty puzzle actually. Cool. I don't think I recognized just how nasty it was until looking at the analysis. How'd you do? Hello, let's do pips for Tuesday, January 6th. Let's play. All right, we have 2 ones here. Why does this look so familiar? We need 6, both 6s go in here. What do we want to do with this? What do we have 3 of? We have 3 3s. So we're going to do 6 3 this way. We're going to do 1 3 up. And then we're going to do 3 4 into here, which means this is blank 1 and then this is 6 2. Perfect. Okay. Interesting. Just had to look a little bit at the frequency of digits that we had. Let's play the medium. Okay. 1 2 3 4 5 6. I'm going to see if I can draw out some of our forced dominoes here. Yeah, that's definitely forced. This is forced, which means that's forced, which means that's forced. So our double goes right there. Good to know. What is our double? It looks like it's double 2. So we can smack that right there. And then we need the 4 2 to go there. That's given. And then we need a... This is not going to be 4 2. So this is 5 or 6 2. We have both. It looks like there might be 2 solutions to this. We'll see. 6 2. I'm thinking this 4 5 could go either way. But I wonder if... Oh, no. Actually, we need the 5s over here. So... No, we need the 1s over there, actually. What are we doing with these 1s? The 2 1 goes this way, and then the 1 3 throws out. All right. And then this is less than 6 going to the 2. So this has to be the 5 2. That's what does it. And then this is the 6 2, and then this is the... So there, I think this is the only solution. All right, we'll clear out those. Yeah, okay, that worked out very well. And again, drawing out where the dominoes had to be is always very helpful. All right, finally, we'll do the hard. Whoa, okay. Definitely want to draw out some forced dominoes. The first question I have was, do we have a 6 6? And we do. So that doesn't tell us anything. Oh, we also have this down here. 6 6 can't do both. How many 6s do we have? 1 2 3 4. So all of our 6s are used by these 12s. And we have 1 2 3. Oh, okay. Actually, yeah. Sorry. This does have to be our 6 6. I don't even have to draw it. I can just place it. Because the 2 verticals would be identical because they're going into an equal cage. That means these are 2 6s going up. We have 6 3 and 6 4. We definitely don't have enough 3s. So this is our 6 3, and then this is our 6 4. Now, we need a blank. Do we have a blank 4? We do. That could go like this. I'm not sure exactly which way these go, but that would mean this. No, this is always going to be the 4/4 here because of the little notch that. No, that's not a notch. There's a. For some reason, the purple looked like it was nothing. Um, well, this has to be 3/4, so let's fill that. If this is the way we're doing it, I mean, I think that the 4/4 could go either way, and it wouldn't matter. So I'm just gonna stick it there. And then what are our other fours? We have a 4/5, and that's it. Okay, 4/5 there. Now I do have 5/5, and I have 2/2, so I could technically do them on top of each other here. This is going to be blank 5, probably not forced. Well, one of these is blank 5. Um, hmm. Do I have a domino adding to 6? That might help. 5, 7. I do not have a domino adding to 6. So I have to do this, and I guess these could go down. What do I have attached to a 5? I've got a 3, I've got a 2, and I've got the double. Oh, right. We can't, sorry, we can't do verticals like this. That's not going to work. But we could, this isn't forced. We could do a vertical here. Wait, what am I talking about? Maybe I was misseeing that. Right, there's only two options, either like this or like this. Yeah, okay. So this actually has to be the 5/5, and then this has to be our last double, which is the 2/2. Perfect. This isn't going to be another 5/5, so that 0/5 is actually forced there. And now these are going to go up in order to fill these voids, which means the blank 3 is going to go. It could go into the 5 or in. Do we have a domino that has to 5? We do. So maybe it just does this. And then we'd throw out maybe the 3/1 here. I'm not sure. So 5/3 going into a 6 doesn't make sense because we don't have the 3 right now. I could use that 3 maybe. But I have a 1/2. No, I can't add to 6 right now. So actually, I think we need the 5/3 here and then 3/1 here. Oh, but then I need another 3 here. I don't have another 5/3. So that's not going to work. I'm going to get rid of that. I don't need those pencils. Maybe this isn't it then. What do I have? 5/2 and 5/3. They're both going up because I don't have a domino that adds to 6. So I think the issue is if this is 5/2, then this has to be a 4, and we can't do it. So this is the 5/2, and this is the 5/3. Now this has to be the 3/2. Okay. That actually works. Now blank 3 would make sense here because then we can do 2/1 and 1/3. Perfect. Okay. I shouldn't have pushed forward on this bottom area so soon because I just kind of made a wild guess and it was wrong. All right, that flowed really interesting from left to right. I wonder if it could also flow from right to left. Probably not. I think the ends were these 12s here. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Tuesday, January 6th. Let's play. When pigs fly, never. Courtroom excuse. Object? No. Not excuse. Object is not excuse. I can't remember. All right. That's a blank. Seems unlikely. That's far-fetched. That's a cash register compartment. The drawer? I don't know. She in French. Catch as a crook. Nab. You nab the crook. Designation for prolific Yelp reviewers. I don't know. Candlelight blank. Vigil. Solemn observance. Online invoice. An e-something. Online invoice. A e-bill, maybe? Piece of equipment in a Winter Olympics biathlon. I'm not sure what the biathlon covers. Courtroom excuse. An alibi. Oh, that's what they wanted. That's a blank. That's a big if. Seems unlikely. 2 words. Cash. I really dislike when a blank is 2 words, but I know that they do it all the time. Cash register compartment. The till. Oh, elite. She in French is probably L. You know, I thought about rifle, and I thought it would be really stupid to say rifle if it wasn't. Because I know that there's some Winter Olympic events where they shoot. Is this the one where they ski and then they shoot? I thought that that was more involved in the one that involved the rifle. But anyway, cool. Got there. How'd you do? Hello, let's do strands. Today's theme is look up. Maybe clouds or stars or the galaxy or the sky in some way or birds. I see bird. Huh. We do have the loon here. We have loon. Do we have more birds? I'm looking. Like a sparrow or an eagle, or there's so many birds. Cardinal. I keep seeing like abro here, the GG here, like GGED. I don't know if it's loon. In fact, it's not just loon on its own at the very least, because there's at least two ways to draw loon. Using two different L's, so that never happens. So that's not a word. We have pity. Clouds like Sirius and Nimbus and whatever else. No. Look up. That was a movie. Ah. I don't know. Let's see if bird. What happens with bird? Bird locks in. Oh, I see gravity. That can't be a coincidence. Defying gravity. Okay, well, what's around it then? A drone. So these are things that fly, not just birds. So maybe there's airplane somewhere. Helicopter. Bunch of insects. What are we doing with gravity? Okay, so what's over here then? I see plank. I don't think that's it. Is the loon? Yeah, the loon's not going to lock in because there's two of them. We have a balloon. There we go. Oh, it is defying gravity. It just goes up and then down. Okay. Broomstick then. No? There's three words left. So these are... I can't really tell much about the length of the words. So what else flies? We've got the balloon, we've got the drone, and we've got the bird. Any kind of insect would be fine. Flying insects, there's a million of them. Maybe insect is just here? No, I thought I saw yeah. It kind of looks like there could be insect there if you squint. Dragon. I don't know what else flies. What's that? What's that not dinosaur called? Pterodactyl? No. Heck. Maybe a rocket? Rocket. Okay. Two words. Pear. Don't think it's pear. LARP. Do we go through this AL? We have another KET besides rocket. Lakes definitely fly. I don't know why I did that. Ooh, I'm not seeing it. So, Lapier. I'm just gonna hit hint. Oh, a kite. Let's go fly a kite. And then an anal. Oh, does it end in lane? Oh, it is airplane. I couldn't find airplane for some reason. They made it a weird path. All right, cool. I think I could have done better on that, but I finished. How'd you do? Hello, today's bonus game is Word 500. I'm playing on the red face difficulty today. Let's just start on a good foot. Start with steel here. All right, one yellow. I like to assume it's the E because E is the most common letter. I always like to pick the vowels first when there's yellows. So we're going to try to end in E. I think R second E at the end would be great. Pride? Why not? Let's have pride in this guess. Still one yellow, so it might still be the E. So maybe the E goes second or fourth. Would we do like O and then E here? Maybe end in N or something? Boxen. Foxen. Could you put a U somewhere? I'm kind of having trouble finding a word. We could do double E like this. Fever. Again, it's not going to be ER or ED or ES because there's no R, E, or S in this case. Sorry, R, D, or S. So it would have to end in like N or like something else that's a little bit more rare with the E there. 7 is not available. How about coven? All right, well, let's say we placed the E and we have one more yellow. Let's say it's the vowel. Well, if it's the vowel, I'm going to have a little trouble. I'll probably start with O. Yeah, maybe it's not the vowel then. I could be way off here. Oh my gosh, come on, come back. So we use the N or the C or out of place. So like NE something. Maybe a Y. Like money. Oh, money would have been a great guess earlier. Let's do honey. Back to one yellow. So the green, sorry, the E would have to be yellow here both times, which means I would need a green instead. So, and by the way, none of these letters. So E second with a V in the middle actually makes some amount of sense, but I don't know what to put after it. I think probably I'm just wrong about these colors. So let's investigate some other options here. Maybe the O was yellow both of these times, and then there's no E. I bring the A instead. And then I would need something from pride. Maybe we could do like an R. Oh no, it would be a yellow R. I was thinking about OA. Maybe not. Like OAN? I don't know what we'd use from pride. It doesn't seem to work. N could be yellow both times. I may have to do kind of a filler. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a really good way to do fillers in this game is to try 5 letters that you think aren't in it and hope to get 5 reds, and that'll tell you that they aren't in it. So I'm thinking the E or the A is in the word. So if I use a word with S, T, and L, and then like some of these more uncommons that I've already tried, like a D or a C or something, or just some of these other vowels. Like what if I do stool here? And I'm just hoping for 5 red. All right, so it's 4 red and a yellow. So if there was an O, it would have to be first or last. So let's just say it's not O. That means I do have an S, T, or L, which means no E or A. So that's kind of one of the results. That's nice if we can do that. So we have an S, T, or L. I put them in the same spot, and so it's just yellow again. Maybe I shouldn't have put them in the same spot. Well. We're going to need a vowel, so I'm going to take the I from pride. We need two of these letters. One's in place. With the I kind of want the V in the middle. Could it be civic? No, because honey has something. What if honey had this yellow here and green here? So N is in. And then we just have the V here. So no C. And so we'd be something like IV, or maybe even VIN. And we need an ST or L somewhere. We're loving. Could even be IVIN. We're living large. No. Okay. It is not. Ugh, it's not that. What are we doing? Okay, so I'm just gonna do another filler of the same style. So I think we have an ST or L. So I can use the O's as a helpfulness. And if we think we have the I here, then I should try like an R O. What if I just try wrong and just really, really hope for the gamble there? Oh wow, there's 3 yellows in wrong. Okay, so I'm getting more and more convinced that we have the N here, and then it might be green at the end here. But it could also be yellow there. I think we also just don't have E. I think. Maybe I shouldn't do that yet. What did we learn from wrong? 3 yellows in wrong. So maybe we have the R. Let's start with that. So no E. Let's not even worry about the N yet. Oh my gosh, I keep clicking too many times. So we'd have the R. No P, I, D, E, or E. It feels like we gotta have the O then. And if that's the case, the O is first or last. But that would mean no N. We can't have both the O and the N. That's good to know. And then we need a W or a G. So like something like O, and then the R is somewhere later. And we have a W or a G, probably a G. And I still need something from steel, but it would not be ST or L. And if it's not the E, then it has to be the A. So I'd have something like Ogra. And I'd still need a C or a V in place. I just don't think we have the O. All right, let's do it this other way then. We don't have the O. I could be missing a case here, but that means there is an STL, meaning no EA. One of STL's in, so E and A cannot be. So I need 3 out of wrong, which means I'm going to bring in this N. I'm going to make our green here for a sec, but it might be yellow. 2 more from wrong. So let's bring in the R as well. Oops. So I need a vowel. Is it just the U? Well, if N is at the end, I don't think I want the W, because if it's not at the start and it's not at the end, because it could be in the middle. But what are we doing for vowels? A, E, I, O, and O are all gone. I'd have to use a U. So I don't think the W is compatible with that. So I need the G. So we already have G, R somewhere not after the G, which is very, well, at least not second. And an N, and then we have to use an ST or L along with using a U. They can't end in NG. Like, no, I don't think so. Even if the N was yellow. Also, I need a CV. Wait, is that too many letters? Yeah, so basically what I've done here is I've said I need one of STL. I'm going to use S as a placeholder for there. I need an R, I need an N, and I need a G. Sorry, honey would be done. And then I still need a CV. And so I don't end up with no vowels. So this is just wrong. And so there's no N. That's proven. I think we end up with an O then. I think I missed a case for O. Pretty convinced there's an O at this point. Could there be an E? Seems unlikely. We ended like GRO then or something? We ended with GRO. This is the R. No E. No STL, by the way. So we need an A. So it would be C. Cagro. Oh, it's cargo. Okay. Cargo beep beep. All right. Cargo is not an easy word, especially for Word 500. All right. That took a while. Let's spin our bonus game wheel and see what we're going to play tomorrow. What will it be? It is Nathan Good's suggestion of Squirtle without the E. So I play the daily Squirtle. There's a bunch of different games from that game, but I will link it in the description as always. And that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. There is a link at the end of the video that'll take you right to Wordle if you'd like to try that. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, want to leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.